anyway sort of a situation. So if he's sticking with Anna, I'd like to see that move come out. But I think the bigger issue here is that he's getting hit by Flash way too much, right? Like, he's probably got hit by Flash like 6 or 8 times in the first 2 games combined so far. It's too much. It's too much, right? Because every one of those flashes is launch punishable if you bait it out.
Yeah. I'm there trying to think like what he could do, and I was about to say maybe he needs to kind of like get his game started, but I guess the Flash, I think he needs to work around the Flash more than actually get his game started, his offense, because I think that'll slow him down, because he seems to be losing a lot of damage from eating those flashes. So, okay. Oh, talking about Lydia and Resurrection. I haven't seen a Lydia in a while, so...
He's a Lydia main. I swear.
So this time, let's go for the Lydia.
Yeah, I mean... We'll see how this goes. I haven't seen Lydia in a minute, man. Since the 5.0 patches, the Lydia army has thinned out. Thankfully.
There's thinned out to 0.
It's real thin. Yes, it's real thin.
Yeah, using that pressure.
It's also kind of a nice thing, though, when you have a character that's underused, right? People forget they don't have experience against it anymore. It's not like something to have much muscle memory built up against, because it's such a new character, too.
Okay, just hop kicks out of there, but drops the combo. You don't want to be doing that at this stage as well. 2 games down. He gets stuck on the running pressure.
Ooh, yes!
And that
Flash all day.
I think that looked like it was a
guaranteed.
Wrong,
yeah.
And that's going to be the round. That is definitely going to be the round. He really needs to work around the Flash and bait it a lot, because it is costing him huge amounts.
Yeah, I mean, on the flip side of that, if you're a Yoshimitsu player and you're really good at using Flash, you're going to find a lot of success. And Mood is very good at timing it. Like, a lot of these aren't just kind of guesses. They're in situations where, you know, if you're finishing your extension, you're going to get flashed on. So they're very good placed flashes.
Yeah, 100%.
Not really just guesses. Look at that, like that. He ducked the high flash punish.
Why did he? That's probably just to send a message. I've never seen a Yoshi player duck and punish with flash. That is the first time I've ever seen that.
I think honestly, he's really good at using flash, and so it's like it's a specialty that you want to specialize in, just not many people have.
Yeah, it's actually quite scary. It makes you think, okay, I need to be careful how I approach it. It makes you change your game, and that's one of the things I thought is very strong in a tournament match. If you're really making your opponent doubt.
Oh wow, was he gonna back turn flash, bro? I feel like he set them. He stood there back for so long. I was like, what is he doing? Yeah, Mood on set point here.
Needs to be very careful. We need to be aware that he needs to duck back 2-2 as well. That could have been the round for him, and that may be the round that goes to the low. Yes, and Mood just like that. Was that? Gosh, was that 9 rounds straight? I'm trying to do.
It's hard for me to remember, but it's possible that was. Regardless, though, Mood with the Yoshimitsu going to be moving on in the tournament. Stays alive out here. Bossford, nice effort. Tried out multiple characters here. Put on a show for everybody, but couldn't get it done. 4th place for you this year in the West Africa Regional Finals.
Yes, so Mood definitely moving on, and we're going to see Mood versus Shaolin. That's going to be a very, very interesting match from Shaolin. Obviously, the one who took it last year, but now it's all to play for because these guys want to make it out to Amsterdam. So, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be a great match to watch as well.
Yeah, Raven versus Yoshimitsu is not a match that you see a ton. There are some top players out in Korea and Japan who use both characters, so it does exist. But this one will be a little bit different, right? And as we mentioned, I haven't really seen a Yoshimitsu like Mood before this happy with Flash, right? It's a strategy that I've seen a long time ago from Yoshimitsu players, but you can tell that he really has specialized in hitting these flashes, right? So he's looking for opportunities where he can find it against the cast of characters that he's played against. So if he has a lot of Raven experience, I mean, like, can you flash down back 2-1? Like, is he gonna duck the second hit and stand up and flash punish it? I have no idea, but I feel like we're gonna see it.
Yeah, it's actually interesting. I want to see how I'm going to be particularly watching how the first match goes, because maybe it was a thing where he may have played Boss Fort before, and he knows that, okay, this guy will eat this flash. So maybe it'll be interesting to see if he switches up, or is he just a flash happy Yoshimitsu?
That's exactly a great question, right? But of course, guys, if you guys want to keep up to date with everything going on in the Tekken world, make sure you guys check out Tekken Americas on Facebook, BNE Esports on YouTube, and Tekken on Twitter. And of course, TekkenWorldTour.com is where you want to go to find out all the information about the Tekken World Tour. There you have it. But man, it's been good so far, right? We got a couple of matches out of the way here. We got to see all the players from West Africa so far, and we're down now to the losers final and then the grand finals. And of course, one person going to be going out to Amsterdam.
Yes, but before we get into that, we're going to take a short break. So don't go anywhere. You definitely don't want to miss this because one of these guys are going to make it to Amsterdam. So stay tuned. Get a drink or something and come back. And when we come back, we'll get into the losers finals.
Hey.
Sun and Sand Sports Singles Day Sale. Up to 70%.
And welcome back, TWT West Africa 2022, guys. Rip here with Bubsy. And of course, we're down to our top 3 now, right? We just eliminated 1 player out here, but still got a lot more to go.
Yeah, definitely have a lot more great Tekken to look forward to. So we're going to be moving into the losers side. We can just see the brackets pop up right here. We've seen we got Skywalker actually waiting nicely, sitting pretty in the grand finals, looking to avenge his last year grand final loss. So in the losers final, we're going to have Xiaoling versus Mood. Mood, definitely a very interesting Yoshimitsu. I'm very interested to see how he plays this next match against Xiaoling, and I'm also interested to see how Xiaoling will play against Yoshimitsu, because Yoshimitsu's, I feel, especially if he's playing how he did play before, he's going to have to come with a game plan.
Oh, for sure. And, you know, we don't know how much these guys have played in the past necessarily, but obviously there's a lot of flashes that we saw come out of that first set, right? So you got to be ready for the flash and ready to whiff punish the flash. So we will see how prepared Xiaoling is. I expect that he's going to have watched what we just watched, and he's going to change his approach to matchup. And since it is a best of 5 situation, I think that, you know, he's going to have a lot of time to figure that out as well.
Yeah, it's definitely, like I said, the best of 5 situation definitely gives him that extra breathing room. Maybe just take one match just to maybe see, you know, what, especially if he's flashing a lot, seeing, okay, if I put him under this kind of pressure, what moves does he have a tendency to flash after? You know, because it did seem like he was one who wanted to flash after he was at a minus range, so when he had been like hit or maybe under something that's heavily plus or something on block. So I mean, that's what I like to see about Tekken. I have to see when it kind of develops in that kind of sense where people start to really it becomes like almost like a mental chess battle. That's what I really enjoy to see.
No, exactly. And Tekken, especially since there's such a large move list for all the characters, there's so many things you can test your opponent with and against. So, you know, specifically, you know, if Raven is doing that like snake dash in, can Yoshi just flash when she gets close enough? Will that catch her? Like, I'm really curious about things like that, because I feel like if I was a flash-happy Yoshimitsu player, that's what I would be looking for, right? Like, I'm not going to deal with the mix. You get close enough, the flash is coming out. So you can kind of use it to bait out the flash and punish as well. You know, like, you get close enough and stop, backdash, duck, and then see the flash while standing 1. Like, that's an option if you're the Raven. So there's a lot of depth that could come out of this. But, you know, we got to see what the players bring to the table.
Definitely. I'm talking about what they bring to the table. So I've just been looking at my notes. And actually, shout out to, it was Marjan Obama who got me on doing notes. Because I remember I'd done a commentary set with him, and he actually had a book with notes. And I was just like, wow, this is kind of sick. But actually, Mood won 2 Arena of the Titan events where Xiaoling actually was in attendance. So I'm not sure if they ran into each other, but Xiaoling was there. And he was in those tournaments. So maybe they ran into each other.
Could be. Definitely could be, man. And also, shout out to Mazda Obama and Juna, man. Both those guys, you know, when Tekken 7 came out, they were commentating events out in Japan. At first, I was like, dude, these guys play Tekken? And then I was like, damn, they're really good at commentating Tekken. I was like, this is impressive as hell. So, yo, shout out to those guys, man. But here we go. Losers final. TWT West Africa.
Commencing mission.
Mood versus Xiaoling.
Yes, Togo versus the Ivory Coast. Let's see how this goes. We're in the arena. It's very patient, actually. No one really went to do
I don't want to fight. Just want to win.
He's flashing. I don't want to be pressing buttons either.
Definitely.
Okay, using that down jab to alleviate some pressure. Okay, there we go. Kin stance forward 2. This is the first time we've seen it.
Just need to find a wall now.
So maybe he seems to be very reserved. So maybe it was a matchup thing before. As I say, very reserved. Just gets the forward 4.
Oh, yeah. Kabuki knee. I mean, the first thing we saw him do, too, was that forward 1+2. So he does come in with some offense once in a while, but in general, does have a much more patient play style. But big lead here with 15 to go.
Yes. Oh, dark flash. There, showing that, you know. But that one was a punish, I guess. He got the duck. I'm just so he doesn't do like duck hop knee, it's duck flash. He really likes the flash.
It's faster.
Actually, 100%. But talking about that was a great whiff punish.
Beautiful.
Okay, we're gonna get the shocking damage. Oh no!
Oh my gosh! How did that not hit her?
Like a deer in the headlights. That is a Yoshimitsu classic. I've actually been hit by that before.
I get hit by it every single time. I don't think I've ever not been hit by that.
Okay, doesn't have rage yet. Is he gonna? Okay, ops to help. Recover some health. I thought he was gonna spin into rage maybe, but he's in rage anyway. Oh,
Sword sweep is too far, and she tried to counter it. Does that even work?
I'm gonna say yes.
I'm gonna say no. 10 seconds.
So sure.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm confused. The low parry though, with 5 to go, can he make up the health?
No, I don't think so.
Smart.
Screen kick there. Yeah, great low parry on. It looked like it was a down one, a down jab. So maybe it's something that Moods noticed that after certain pressure that Xiaoling likes to opt to go for these down jabs.
Wow, combo backwards? I was gonna say.
Yeah.
And man, chat says it counters everything. Look at that. So it would have worked.
Okay. Yeah. He
did it so confident. Yeah.
I believed, Rip. I believed.
I believed you too. I just didn't believe myself. I just want to disagree, okay?
Oh, could have got a float there. Big hop knee. That's in the back, so that's going to get something guaranteed.
Oh.
Yes. I'm sure if that hits in the back, you get... Yeah, I think you even get that string again, but opt to go for the throw. And Xiaoling looking to take first game. Nice.
There you go.
2-2.
Gotta do it.
Okay, shocking.
Shocking damage. Babuki.
Why not? Okay, opts to go for no sword stance. It's getting that health back. I mean, it's scary to run into Yoshimitsu, that kind of thing. You don't know what he's going to do. He's so evasive. You don't want to overcommit. Talking about overcommitting. Great. That was like a snake that's Ross done in one punish. And that should be around. Yeah, definitely. That's more than enough. We've seen Master Raven's damage throughout these seasons. It is very high. I was in no doubt there. So looking at Xiaoling, very, very comfortable, it seems. You know, ducking the back 2-2s and instant. Well, we didn't see it, but he was instantly ready for the parry on the sword sweep.
Yeah.
So he definitely seems like he's comfortable. It seems like maybe someone that these two. I'm more than certain that all of these players have played against each other multiple times throughout this season, being in attendance at the same event. So I'm sure Moo's gonna probably find something now, a tendency that maybe Xiaoling has. As we saw a low parry on the down jab, so maybe he needs to kind of like exploit that, those kind of tactics that he's bringing out.
Yeah, I was going to say, we haven't really seen a lot of offense pressure from Mood, right? We've seen the Fubuki knee, the forward 1+2s, but we haven't seen much else outside of that. So I'm really curious to see how he's going to try to open up here against Xiaoling, because Xiaoling definitely is prepared for everything else that he's thrown at him so far, right? And I think if I was playing game 1 against a Yoshimitsu player, or if I was a Yoshimitsu player game 1 and I went for a sword sweep and I got parried by Raven instantly, I would have been like, oh boy, I'm in trouble. You know, like they're ready for everything at this point. So it definitely seems like it's going to be an uphill battle for Mood here.
Yes, maybe he needs, like you said, maybe he needs to bring a little bit more offense to the table. Maybe a little bit more of the slow Tekken. Maybe even the down forward 1 string. Just see how he deals with that, because I know sometimes you get a bit antsy and may press a button between that.
That's me. That's me.
Everyone's been hit by that. So I feel like he's going for I feel like he's going for the big stuff a little bit too much now. Like he needs to kind of slow it back, bring it down to a little bit of small Tekken to set up the bigger Tekken.
Agreed.
Kind of makes sense. So
for sure. If you go back to the match we saw with Skywalker, right, and there's a lot of like just the side step right, see the whiff, down forward 2, like Yoshi could do something similar as well, right? So just smaller Tekken, smaller step, look, watch, react. You know, I think something like that could pay off for him here.
Yeah, especially even not even side step. If he gets the spin and he's actually confident that in the back 2 into the launch, it does huge damage. But let's see how this goes out. See if he can make the adaptations. We're in the Mishima Dojo. Okay, forward 1+2.
I love when Yoshi's getting that stance to get life back when they're at full health. For some reason, it always baits people to run into them. Like, oh my gosh, he's getting health back. He's already perfect. What are you concerned about? Let him do it.
Okay, being very reserved. Very reserved in a minute. Got to go for that down 4-2. Okay, so okay, nice. Sets it up. So before he's been going for 2 sweeps, so maybe he thought, right, the second sweep was coming. Oh, that's in the back. Okay, nice down forward 1. Keeping it on the wall. Nice bait on the flash there. It looked like just his little backdash there to make sure he's not in that kind of like hitbox range as well. Seemed like very ready for that. I guess it's a tendency that he has picked up. We've seen it before. Mood, when he's on that like frame disadvantage, he opts to go for that maybe one too many times. Okay,
Oh my gosh.
that was a big whiff. Get something there. Goes for the low.
Yeah, and Mood ducked the high that time, so he could have had a little bit more there, but kind of hit the brakes.
Ooh, could have got a big whiff punish there. Okay, opt to go for no sword stance. Need to be careful with the flash coming out. What mix up has he got? Nice! That was a great whiff punish on the full crouch sweep. And this could potentially be the round.
Shocking damage. 2 rounds to none here.
I even had to question myself. This could.
You said it, and I was like, that's definitely the round. I knew it already. I was just letting you be shocked by it.
I'm still shocked. I'm still. I don't know.
Wow, good step.
Okay, go so low. Needs to be more offensive now. Get something going on, or get his health back. One of the two. Nice with punish with the down by 2-1 and eats the range drive. Okay, this could get something started.
Yeah, Mood needed something like this, right? Here we go. How do you follow up, though? No, you don't follow up with anything. And yeah, and Shaolin was so confident there. It's like, all right, yeah, you got the rage drive on me. You had a big chunk of life, but I still got a ton of you. I'm going to run in and hit you again. So if you guessed correctly, good on you. But had the round count lead, didn't really bother. Like, okay, if I get low parity, I lose the round, not a big deal. I'm still in the lead for the whole game. So that was very well played. I liked what he did there.
Yeah, and another thing that I remember from that, where he played really well, was at the round end, I think he went for the down by 4 and then just done that single back dash out and baited the flash. So it's something that Moon needs to realize, that Shaolin has caught onto his flash time and has caught onto when he needs to, or when he wants to use the flash. So he needs to change it up because it's not working. The flash isn't working no more.
No, definitely. And that's obviously a big difference here in this matchup, right? Compared to the first one we saw Mood in, because the flashes were hitting like almost like an 80-90% hit rate or something. So maybe 100% hit rate. I'm not even sure at this point. But in this matchup, not really there. We've seen a couple as a punish maybe, but it's definitely a small part of the overall game plan here. And a move that I love from Yoshimitsu, that's just such an old move that I don't really feel like I see enough anymore. It's just the down back threes. Like, I feel like that was the classic old Yoshi move, the one where you're just spinning around, boom, 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 boom. Like, just 2 of them, just 1 of them, just poking their ankles just a little bit, get something started, make them think about something else. I feel like if you can do that, then at least maybe you start fighting some forward 1+2s, but you got to hit them with something low just to at least open up your mids, right?
Yeah, and even, avoiding the puddle, because just to stop, I've noticed that Shaolin does step a lot as well. Just have that kind of, you'll see him like do that. What's that weird step? It's when you like cancel it. What's the name of it? People call it. You know what I'm talking about? Where they slide and they sidestep. What is the name? What do you call it?
Like a staircase sidestep, or like a crackhead sidestep.
I'll go with that one. I'm sure there's a name for it.
Yeah, I think that's Filthy Rich term from Tekken 5.
Yeah. But he's down. Mood is down 2 games. It's on him to actually bring it back. So it looks like he's sticking with the Yoshi. I guess he's a character specialist there. Probably following in the footsteps of I Am Musician. Says we can bring that magic back,
Oh yeah. It's not over till it's over.
It just go for the low from the beginning. Probably sensing that Mood, maybe hesitant now. Okay, no sword stance.
Yeah, definitely time to mix things up, and yeah, here comes the flash. Okay.
Okay, nice, guaranteed.
Oh yeah.
Also the throw. Needs to be careful with the rage drive. Rage drive is available for Shaolin. Okay, doesn't duck the last hit. Could have ducked the second 3 as well. Okay,
Wow,
rage
good block on the rage drive. Oh, I love it. Spin, see the whip, back to 2 for the whip punish, and Mood gets the first round of this game.
As Spike would say, spin to win.
Here, put the sword away, Mood. I think it was working better that way. It's an intimidation factor too.
Yeah. Is it true that the flash comes out a frame faster when he has no sword? Was that just an urban myth?
No, it definitely is faster in one of the stats. I don't remember if it's no sword or with sword.
Oh, okay.
I think no sword is faster. Or bigger hitbox, one or the other. I forget now. Chat.
Okay, opts go for the back 10 power crush there.
Slower, no sword stance, but more range. Yeah, there it is. 2 frames slower. Man, Chad, you guys are on top of it. You guys are fast too.
Yeah. And sometimes Twitch chat is good for good. Sometimes you are bad, but you're good today.
Yeah.
You're all right today.
Isn't that kind of funny? That more range from the no sword stance.
Yeah. Nice.
Good.
Yeah, nice. I like this. Mood is kind of slowing it down a lot, not going for as many flashes. It seems to be really working out for him.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting the ducks on the down back 2 string as well. A nice block.
Wow.
Got a little bit more. Okay. Just chipping him down now. Going for those back turn down 4s. A nice block on the low. And just
Fubuki. He's found a lot of success with Fubuki in this matchup. I feel like he should try it out more often because he's either catching Shaolin stepping or he's catching him just like moving, right? So
yeah.
Either way, he's got a good call out of the timing for it.
Big opts to go for those lows now. 3-3 could have got the second hit.
Oh no!
Could have got. Bro, just
do it. I like it. I like it.
It looked like he was threatening the sword sweep there, which was, you know, I want to see that more of that kind of aggressive play. You know, opening Shaolin up, and it looked like to that 3 rounds. So it was pretty comfortable. Made the adjustments there. You know, stop using the flash as much. It seems to be netting him a lot more. Now Shaolin, it feels like he has to now adapt back. It seems like that was very comfortable. Actually,
I'm surprised because when I saw those first 2 games, it really looked like Shaolin had it in control. Like there was no chance for a comeback, and then to immediately just go boom, 3 rounds straight. Like hold on a second, what just happened? You know. So now we got it set regardless, right? And this game 4 situation, the best of 5, is always interesting to me. I hate being in the situation where I was about to win already. Like because I always think of it in terms of if this was first to 2, it is done. You already are out here. You should have even won 1 game, and then all of a sudden I play you another game. It's like if things don't go well here, I really start doubting myself for game 5. So we will see how this plays out. But I think for Mood, you're in good position here, just getting that 3 rounds straight.
Yeah, so it's also a confidence booster. You know, I've said it many a time over the season that I really feel also that Tekken is a very momentum-based heavy game, and also a 2-0 lead. I think is when you have that kind of comfort, you may take your foot off the gas a little bit, and that can become a bit dangerous. Where you feel that you're out of the lead, and you feel you can take it a little bit easier, but like subconsciously, and you don't even know. Before you know it, like you said, he's starting to creep back, and you don't want to get panicky because now the momentum's with him, and you're like, you start to overthink. But like you said, Shaolin last year winner, so he knows how to win. So it's about him to make these adaptations now. So let's see how he brings it back in game number 4.
Yeah, I love how you mentioned it being like a subconscious thing within yourself, how you don't even realize you're doing it. That's like something that I think if you're not a competitor, you don't really relate to. Yeah. So it's just one of those things where sometimes, tournaments, they require focus. And if you slip with your focus at all in a set, all of a sudden the entire set can slip away from you. So we will see what happens here. Game 4. Let's see what happens. Mood. Can he continue this win streak with the rounds here? 3 straight. Is there an answer from Shaolin?
Let's see what happens. Okay, more down forward ones. Okay, that string can be. I wonder if Raven has an option select because I know certain characters do, but I don't think Raven would. Oh, down back 3. You were saying that maybe he is actually listening.
Everyone's listening. Everyone's listening to everything. Because you were asking for Shaolin to do wild standing 2s in the first set, right? And now we're seeing multiple wild standing 2s come out. It's also one of those things, even if they're not listening and they haven't done something in a while, when you're thinking between sets, but what haven't I done? What do I do to keep my opponent guessing, right? Like, these are moves that come to your mind.
Nice, 4-4-3. Okay, just shy of the wall. Nice. I like the patience there.
Uh-oh. Damn, and try to put the swords away, just like visually mix up the opponent. Like, look, abracadabra. I'm doing something. Don't hit a button.
Nice. It goes low. Nice block on the full crouch sweep there. And this is definitely going to go towards the wall, and it's going to shock me, even though I've seen this many times before.
Yikes, dude.
Okay, goes to the throw. Gonna get some.
And we've got rage. We've got rage. Wow, the flash through it. Oh my goodness.
Okay, yeah, it's nice patience there from Shaolin. I was able to block the flash there and get the punish.
And just like that, it's set point.
So that Charlotte's turned it up.
Yeah, Mood needs another 3 rounds straight. Not looking like it's gonna happen.
It gets a punish. Okay, nice. Gets a duck and gets a launch. Gonna get something started.
Oh boy.
Nice.
Good block.
Get down, jab.
my gosh.
Alleviate the pressure.
Oh boy, didn't punish. Yo, okay.
It's down forward 1. Taking
Man, it
him away.
almost let it slip away, but Mood's still in this.
Okay, while standing 2. Okay, nice. That looked like he probably tried to punish something at the extension of that string.
That was really good. Like, punishing with the down forward 2 there, that's something that we need to see more of from Mood.
Big damage.
The flash! Final round. Game 4. Shaolin trying to get to grand finals for the run back.
Okay, that's a big punish. Big
Didn't
sweep
launch.
punish. Yeah.
Got the high flash!
Great punish, duck flash. Okay, this is.
Whoa!
Nice tech.
Oh my goodness.
Everything is coming Millhouse at the minute.
Gotta chill though. Can't get hit by Rage Drive here.
Going for that snake dash. I like this, just being very. Oh, I'm about to say being very patient, but that could have been the dark.
Oh my god, the defense! Bro.
Oh.
Man, Shaolin, he's one of those players where he just can't seem to find a way to land his Rage Drive, you know? It's just not working out for him today, at least. And just like that Mood, 3 rounds straight again to bring it back, to send it to a final game.
And now, and like you said, 3 rounds straight, but Shaolin was actually up 2 rounds in that as well. It looked like maybe Shaolin had, regained the momentum, but
yeah, totally.
Now this is quite scary because in your mind, if you're, like we said before about the subconscious, like you've lost the first game, you're thinking, okay, I can go into this match and regain it, and now you're 2 rounds up, and you lost 3 rounds, and now it's 2-2. It may be even on score, but I feel the momentum is definitely with Mood. Like the mental momentum here is definitely with Mood.
It happens like this a lot in tournaments, right? And again, like if you're not a competitor, you haven't really been in this situation to understand it fully. But even though it's tied up here, Mood's made these comebacks, etc. Right? If you're Shaolin, you feel like you know how to beat this guy, but you just can't seem to put him away, right? And now you're in this situation where it's like, I might be out of the tournament. I'm supposed to be in grand finals a second ago, right? But you're not there until you're there. So we will see what happens. I'm excited. This is a good one.
Definitely.
Mood's made this way more interesting.
Yeah. And it could be even just the added pressure of, he won it last year, back-to-back champion. Maybe that's in his head as well. There's probably so many things going through his head at this minute of time, I was 2 games up. I was 2 rounds up. It's like some mental snowball. I was last year's champion. This is the TWT Amsterdam. It could be all playing on his mind in a minute, but he's going to the island.
Yeah, exactly, man. Just put it all behind you. Go to the beach, right? Island Paradise. Final game. Let's see what happens. Man, I really, really thought that this was going to be over at game 3. And Mood just flipped around completely. He
definitely flipped screen. Even in the last game when Shaolin was 2 rounds up, I thought, okay, this is looking comfortable. Maybe it was just one of those. I chilled for a little bit too long in my mind. I just got a bit too relaxed. But there's nervous times in a minute.
Well, here we go. Final game of the set. Loser is out of here. Winner gets a chance to go to Amsterdam. 1 throw, no break. And that's something we haven't seen from Shaolin at all.
Yes, Raven does have that back turn throw, and does have command throws as well.
Yeah. Testing your opponents with throws, especially in Tekken 7, where people have definitely gotten worse at breaking throws, is a really good strategy if your character has some good command throws.
Yeah, Yoshi also has a 1+2 throw, actually, which is something we have seen, but we've seen plenty of those for Bukinis.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay, went for the
Duck.
flash.
Oh, well, so risky.
His slash kick. Oh, and this,
That's it?
Yeah, that's
Mood has the lead in the set now.
Fight.
Oh gosh, I feel for Shaolin. This may be just spiraling a little bit too much out of control.
The momentum building here.
Oh,
And now you're at the wall with Yoshi, swords out. Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
Oh god, is this gonna be 7 golden letters?
Pulling out the tricks. Not gonna be 7 golden.
Ooh,
Oh, we're going downstairs. This is beach time.
Maybe this is what he need a little vacation. Get his mind right.
Getting too stressed out here. Oh, let's go.
Okay.
That's how you can land the rage art. You just need to launch it first.
Oh,
The rage art!
Great.
Oh my gosh. Set point for Mood.
as soon as I saw that, I knew the flash rage art was coming out.
Wait. No! What? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Bro, you know what happened there, right? Like, he got hit by that rage art and he just chucked everything out.
Damn.
Oh my gosh. Whew.
Not
Ooh.
like this. It really is. It's crazy how Tekken goes, man. Like we said, he was 2 games up. It was all looking his way, and somehow Mood was he was down, but he was definitely not out, able to bring it back. And he, like, that last round, it looked like everything was just coming up his way. And damn, I guess we're gonna have to find out and figure out what happened there and what the ruling is on that.
Yeah, I don't know the rules, but I can tell you, like, when I'm in a tournament like this and that happens or anything like that happens, I want to just reset to that point. You know, I want to reset to, all right, you're up 2 rounds and we're downstairs in the beach, and then we play from there on, round 3.
Yes, definitely. Maybe this is something that Shaolin needs, just a little. He definitely needs a breather. It's just crazy. He looked so comfortable at the beginning, and I don't know what happened. It just Mood just definitely turned it up, and you know, he's not going out without a fight, and definitely he's bringing the fight, and now he is potentially just 1 round away. Hopefully we can get back in there and actually see how it's going to play out.
Yeah, I mean, I think when I think back to how the set started, he was very patient player from both sides, right? Both players just taking their time, looking for openings. There's some Fubuki knees, some forward 1+2s, etc., but not really much else for offense. As the set progressed, we saw more and more offense, and down by 3 started coming up. The empty jumps into the full crowd sweeps were there in the final game, right? The sword sweep attempts, etc. Like, he just kept them guessing nonstop afterward, which was very different than the first couple of games. So, defensively against Raven 2, he's been very sharp, right? The down back 2-1s, he's ducking the high there, getting the flash punish. We haven't really seen Shaolin duck the back 2-2 and launch that either, right? Like, maybe once. So, it's definitely one of these things that both players are putting a little bit of risk out there for something that's not necessarily guaranteed. In a lot of situations, they're trying it at least. So, you know, those are small openings that can mean a world of difference in a tournament set.
Definitely, it's one of the things I've said before, is that when you get to this high level, you can't leave anything on the table. These little opportunities, you need to take them. It's a difference between, you know, winning and losing, especially now you're at the world tour level. You're at this stage now where these opportunities to actually get damage, they're not hard to come. They're not easy to come by. Not just should be. Shouldn't say hard. They're not easy to come by. So you need to actually capitalize when they do come around. And damn it could be your nerves as well. You know, there is a lot on the line here. I know it's easy for us to sit here and talk about it, but these guys are actually under the pressure. And this could be, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, I may be just talking rubbish, but this would probably be the first time we've had African representation. So it could be even that added, you know, pressure that, you know, this is probably could potentially be one of the biggest Tekken games of their life.
Right. I mean,
down to that.
You know, I've talked in the past about just this year's Tekken World Tour, right? We got North Africa. We have someone who's qualified for that final. There's only 24 spots, right? And we have North Africa going there. We've got Mexico going there. I forgot the country for South America. I apologize, but they're going there as well, right? It's just a country that we haven't seen yet in the Tekken World Tour. And now we're going to get someone from the Ivory Coast or Togo that's going there as well. So, you know, it's pretty wild as an opportunity where players just have not basically even had an opportunity like this ever before and may not have an opportunity like this in the future as well, right? It's a very special circumstance. Bolivia, thank you very much, Chad. You guys are on top of things. But yeah, it's cool, man. Very, very cool opportunity.
Yes, it's definitely a great global representation. It's something that I really adore about the scene and the community. Actually being able to, it's really like, I mean, look at us. I'm from the UK. You're from America. We're commentating on an African event. It's just like this is really a global thing. It's just bringing the whole world together, and that's one of the most beautiful things about Tekken, actually being in this community and seeing how, you know, it's a togetherness, and actually having all these different representations as well. We saw the list earlier on, and you was mentioning some of them before, that, you know, it's all gonna come to this final conclusion, and it's gonna be a great watch to see.
Yeah, and of course, like, I've spent the majority of my life in America, but I was born in South Africa, the country, right? So, like, they also have a TWT qualifier later, right? And it's just wild, because when I was there, I had no idea Tekken existed. You know, it actually didn't exist by the time until I came to America. So, you know, it took a while, but it's such a cool global experience now for everybody, and it's just the opportunity to me is just wild, because when I started competing forever ago, you know, never would I have dreamed that, you know, everyone from around the world would come together in one place for a tournament. Like, that seems like that's kind of like an Olympic sort of idea, right? Like, you don't, like, that didn't exist back then. And the closest thing we used to have was things like SBO, right, where it's like 3 people from this country, you guys all go represent in your game in Japan, and that was kind of our little Olympics thing. But now, like, per game, you have these world tours, etc. It's a really crazy thing. And as I was saying, this tour specifically, with the rules that they've made for the regions, and this one specifically, which we may never get again, you know, it just opens the doors to bring in so many players from all parts of the world just for this one tournament. And it's a very, very rare opportunity.
Yeah, and definitely to the people from, I guess, the less represented places, it's going to be very a huge experience for them, because I'm sure, like we're saying, they haven't probably been to these kind of stages and actually been able to play with these kind of players. So it's just a great experience for them. I actually remember, so we was talking about when it was kind of like separate. So, you know, these tournaments didn't really mix. We didn't really have that these players coming over. I remember the first time, let me try to remember, when we had like international competition. It was actually it was huge, and it was big to see like these players and actually just get the experience just to play. So it's going to be great for these lesser represented countries and regions to actually have this opportunity, which is huge. It's a huge advance for Tekken and the way things are going.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, you know, out here in Southern California, we had some Korean players who used to fly in Korean players from Korea directly. You know what I mean? Like, they'd be like, hey, I know these guys back home in Korea. They're super good. I'm gonna let them stay in my place so that you guys can all play with them and they can play in our scene for a while. So we used to have that happen out here, and that was always craziest thing. So we used to have, like, we had like Kudons out here. You know, eventually, you know, Ni and Nin came down here. So in Southern California, we were super lucky because we got all these top players from around the world, and we'd get to play with them for weeks. And anytime that happened, our entire scene would just go like from here to there. It's just like boom, instantly everyone got better, because you couldn't get away with the things that you were getting away with everyone. You're like, oh man, she can totally lose to that. And then everyone else to see how they beat you, and you're like, oh, I can beat that guy the same way too. So, you know, like, it just leveled up the entire scene. So the opportunity that all of these players have from around the world now, when they go to Amsterdam and they get to play with, you know, whoever qualifies from Korea and Pakistan, etc., right? It's going to be a chance for them to level up, or for those other guys to level up and be like, wow, I didn't know I could do this. You know, these guys from West Africa showed me about this and that. Like, you never really know what's going to happen, which is so cool.
Yeah, it's definitely, talking about people coming over, I actually remember when Asim came over, and actually my first encounter with him. So he actually came over from Pakistan. We've seen how strong the Pakistani scene is. It's actually funny because years and years, I think when he came over, it was like early, I think Tekken 6 may have just released, and he was saying that the scene is very strong. He said this a lot of times, and they will beat everyone, and no one, he just, yeah, of course, yeah. So, yeah.
I mean, I didn't know you back then, but I came over there in 2010, right, to the UK, and I was staying with Chef, and they said, hey, you got to play this guy from Pakistan. So Asim came over, right, and he played Bob against me, right? I think Bob and Eddie, and I was terrible against Bob. I've lost every match against Bob, but at the time, like he beat me, and I was like, oh wow, yeah, he's pretty good, you know, like. And at the time, that was when I was very good too, so I knew he was very good. And like the only thing I remember I took away from him was like, yeah, he doesn't break throws very well. I was like, they're like, yeah, Pakistan guys don't break throws. I was like, what? It was like the most bizarre sequence ever, you know. But that was forever ago. Obviously, you know, things are completely different nowadays. But even back then, because I heard the same thing, you know, from him, the Pakistan guys, you don't even know. The people back him out, you know, they can beat knee and in. I'm like, yeah, whatever, dude. You know, like that's impossible. What are you talking about? So it was very cool to see that pay off later.
Okay, again, something in on the mat. Okay, so we just got a little from the guys doing the productions. There's a few technical issues. I'm guessing some of you guessed, or the small talk, and they're trying to. It's on their side, so we're gonna try and get that sorted. But I guess in the meantime, we can and I guess enjoy our little podcast, eh?
we got a podcast for you guys. It's about the old school days of Tekken, man. Way before you guys existed, you know, before all these players you watch around in the top 4, before they even existed, right? Because I think everyone here was 2000. Yeah. I think 2012 or 14 was the oldest player in this top 4, right? In terms of when they started with Tekken. So prior to those years, you know, when Awesome showed up in UK and told everyone about Pakistan, we were like, what? That's not possible. You know, it's not possible.
I actually remember the first time I played that. It was in the arcade, so I was sitting down. No, was I sitting? I think he was there.
Was I standing?
I was like, what was I doing? And I just remember I think he was sitting there first, and I came in, and he was just like, oh, do you want to play? Yeah, all right, cool. Let's play, innit? Never seen this guy before, so I say, all right, maybe he just doesn't know. Like, you know, I can play. And he beat me so badly. It's kind of embarrassing. I was like, I'm going to get lunch. I'll be back. I never back. I'm gonna go get something to eat. I was like, damn, I just got beat up. But yeah, it's also a learning curve, because when he came over, then I actually started to see a lot of things, and you start to learn. It's great when you start learning against these players, because we never experienced this, and this is why I'm excited to see that these players, when they whoever wins and they go out and actually experience this level, it's a real learning experience. You get to absorb things, you get to see things that, you know, oh, I never knew you could do X, Y, and Z. Even when I was saying before about the Yoshimitsu tech and Kane and Trench just explaining this to me, it's like, oh, I never knew this. And it could really level up your game, because you never know. You can be in that situation, and now you know how to be. You have that knowledge, and knowledge is real power in these kind of games. You need to have the knowledge.
Yeah, and I think, you know, for me, when as I mentioned, we used to have the Korean players come over, and there was always this huge language gap, right? Like, obviously, like, we couldn't really communicate with each other about the game, but, you know, nowadays, you know, since like JDCR, I think specifically, it seems like there are more and more players who speak English very well, right? And so now you can speak to Korean players, and they will tell you in English, like, what you're doing that's good or bad. And you're like, this is crazy. Like, this is absolutely phenomenal. And sharing that knowledge was always such a huge part of the arcade scene back in the day, too, which is one of my favorite things, right? We'd always have only just one arcade cabinet, and then people are playing, and then you would do something like, and then somebody go, hey, man, you should do this after that. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, yeah, it's minus 13. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that, you know? And nowadays you have streams, and you kind of try to recreate that. At least I try to recreate that with my stream. Like, hey, how bad is that on block? You know, what am I supposed to do about this move specifically? And when you have that kind of communication, it really helps expand your knowledge, and then everyone gets better at the game. And I really miss that experience of arcades, because in arcades it felt so much more concentrated, because you're just watching players swap in and out nonstop, and you're seeing how everyone else deals with the thing you just lost to. So you're like instantly just learning and gathering data.
Yeah, I remember it was, I think, in the UK, or not the UK, in London anyway. I'm from London. It was more like it was like Friday nights. We always used to go to the arcades, and it was actually just one. If you went to one casino, yeah, I just had one Tekken 6 machine, and it had the Tag 1 machine, and it had the Street Fighter ones at the back. I think they had more of those cabinets, but it was just like an experience, just like sitting there. You put your pound up, sit there, wait for your goal. You come in, and you just sit there and watch and learn. And I learned so much just sitting there. And it's also that kind of like banter as well. And it's like it really created and formed the scene. And I do miss those days, you know.
It's never coming back.
No.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing that I used to love doing, and you guys can all do this at home if you're just watching matches, right? Even if you're watching along with this kind of stream right here. I learned to break throws just by saying out the break every single time I would see a throw. So if somebody tried to attempt, I'd be like, one throw, you know? 2 throw, and I would just verbally say it out lound. You know, in terms of like people thought that was crazy. I don't know, but I would just be like 1, that's a 1, that's a 2. You know, like. And then, like, eventually it would just magically happen because I would see it and react to it verbally in my brain, and then my fingers would do the right thing. So that's how I learned to break throws, just by watching and trying to, you know, actively watch, I guess.
This is a big throwback. Wasn't it you that made the throw breaking app?
Yes, it was. That was forever ago. 2008,
Yes.
2009 or something. I made a little internet program, which may or may not exist anymore. It's at levelupyourgame.com. No, I mean, I tried to, but I think it's built in Flash, which a lot of browsers don't support anymore. So if you have a browser that supports Flash, the Throw Break Trainer still exists at levelupyourgame.com. It's still there all these years later.
I'm sure you could have it on your phone, right? Like, didn't
They made, other people made the app. I forgot, was it Noodles? It might have been Noodles, but yeah, I know Noodles made one at some point.
Okay.
Someone else too. I got a warning from higher ups at a certain company that made the game not to release that as an app, and I was like, oh, okay, it's on the website. So
fair enough.
That's why.
Fair enough. I actually remember using that. I'm getting upset because I couldn't press 1+2 on my phone. I was like, I know I broke it, but I just couldn't press it on my phone.
That was the first time that I ever had a code something that was game-like like that, and that was the first time I learned about coding inputs to do like 1+2, and then recognizing how Tekken handles it specifically. You know, like, because each game can handle inputs differently, right? From game to game, doesn't matter if it's Tekken or whatever. So learning coding it myself, I started realizing, oh man, this is a lot harder. Like, where do you say that it was a button roll versus both buttons together at the same time? Like, do you give them a 2-frame window to roll the buttons together before it counts as separate inputs, or what? And that was too complicated for me back then. I was like, whatever, hit it on 1 frame or not.
So it's you to blame when I was getting mad, because I think one of them, it used to count like how many you done in a row, or you had like 3 lives or something like that.
Yeah, that was mine. Yeah,
you didn't program it properly.
But
I hit it.
But I could do it. And the way I saw it was, it's a trainer, right? So it should be harder than the real thing. So if you can do it in this, you can definitely do it in the game. So that's the way I looked at it. People try to tell me like the frame data. They said, hey man, don't you know frames are actually starting up at this number of frames? You have this number of frames to break. I was like, this feels accurate to the game to me, and if it's too hard for you, get better. You know? If you can do it here, you can do it in the game. So yeah, it is what it is, man.
It
it's just to help people.
Help a lot. No, it did help a lot. I definitely. So one of the things I guess I'm okay at is actually throw breaking, and it is due to I generally used to sit down in my spare time when I was doing nothing and literally just because obviously for people that don't know, when you go Tekken, I think so Tekken 6. I'm not even gonna go back because Tekken Tag 1, I remember the throw breaks are they're impossible. Like the animations to actually see them. If you have access to Tekken Tag 1, look at the throw break animation. Is literally everything just looks like a 1+2.
It's fast. Yeah, it's also very fast. Just how short the arms come out, because there was no forward grabs back then, right? Forward grabs are like longer grab animations, and those only came out in Tekken 5.
Yeah. I think Tag 2, I remember that was the one where it was like really tricky to break those grabs. You have to be really, really on point. It would be interesting if some of you newer players, maybe from Tekken 7, would actually try and maybe go back and break some throws back in Tag 2. See how you do.
Offline Tag 2 too. I feel like the online offline were different for throw breaks too.
Yeah, definitely.
So go back and play some offline Tag 2 because that is a fun throw system. I enjoyed that one. Because I put the practice in. You know what I mean? But for everyone else, it's a problem. That's honestly one of the biggest things I miss about Tekken 7. It's just that you can't really exploit throws as a weakness of your opponent anymore, right? So if you, like in the past, you could say, can this person break a throw, right? And then if they couldn't break a throw, it changed your whole game plan towards them, right? Because they're like, all right, I can either throw them or they're going to duck, right? They're going to try to hit a button to prevent me from throwing them, or they're going to duck against my throw. And because of that, I can change up my offense. I can fake a throw and go for a mid or etc., right? And you cannot do that in this game. There's basically only King can do that in this game. I'm not really scared of any other character's throw game like that. Maybe Armor King, but that's like the same thing, right? So it's really sad that aspect of Tekken is gone.
Yeah, definitely. There's one player, obviously many of you know, Ru Kang, who I grew up. So when I say grew up, we played Tekken a lot together. He comes up with this story, which is not true, by the way. If ever Ru Kang tells a story about how he got introduced into Tekken, don't believe him, because he makes me out to be the bad guy.
Oh.
I'm not the bad guy. Yeah. I'm the good guy here. But that's
If you say so.
I'm the good guy. You know? But one of the things he definitely used to do a lot was exploit definitely the throws. I remember he would just dash up and throw, and it's just like he's really good at finding your opponent's weakness. And I guess that's one of the things that I guess people can really benefit on, especially if you go into tournament plays, actually trying to have like maybe a few key strats in your head to try and find out weakness and actually exploit it, because it's the first to two settings most of the time, and in that time you don't have a lot of time to kind of download. So you're just like, okay, can he break throws? Is he good at seeing this low? Have a little checklist maybe, and it could really help you. That's one of the things that I used to do when I used to compete a lot. So I used to play Jack, and definitely the volcano throw when he throws them up. I was like, okay, let's see if he doesn't break this. This is going to be my go-to button to win. I'm going to save this and cool. I'm going to use this later.
But then, where did you become the bad guy there?
Oh no, the Ru Kang story was how how he got into Tekken. It's not true. I generally don't remember this. He said he played one of his friends, and I didn't shake his friend's hand. I just got up and left the room. Like his friend like put his hand to me, and I was like, I just got up and left. And I was like, okay, I really don't remember that. I'm not a bad person. I wouldn't have left him hanging, but apparently that got him so mad that he went to train, and then he came.
Wow.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna beat this guy, because where I used to go to uni with him, and we used to have a games room, and we used to play a lot of Tekken in there, and I was, I guess, the number one there, and then he trained up, and then when he came back, I was like, I'm the reason that I created Ru Kang. It's like a Frankenstein thing. I'm the reason why I Ru Kang.
I got it. All right, so Chad, if you guys are watching right now, remember, if you beat Bubsy and he doesn't shake your hand, he's gonna forget about it, okay? He's not a bad guy. He just forgot about it.
And he legit came back, like, maybe, I don't know how many weeks. He's like, let's play. And he beat the crap out of me. And then
Ru Kang did, or the other guy?
No, Ru Kang.
Okay.
Because he wanted to avenge his friend for some reason. I didn't never do this whole subplot was happening. I had no idea the subplot was happening. He came back, and then he was like, let's play. I was like, okay, cool. I was like, damn, this guy. But then it started off a good friendship, and then we're still friends. This has been how many years? Like 14 years, I'm gonna say.
Wow, dude, we've been around for a minute. And look, I totally believe you. You probably didn't see the guy's hand, okay? Because what happened to me at Combo Breaker? I remember I beat Anakin in Winner's Final, and I don't even really remember it, right? But you have to get off the stage, and they showed the camera like facing me towards the people in the crowd. So I'm like, I shake Anakin's hand, I get off the stage, Eris is commentating, whatever. He's like, damn, he hella left that guy hanging. I never saw the guy. The guy wanted to high five me as I was walking off stage, and I didn't see him. And so now when you watch it back, you just see this guy with the high five, like, and his arm is moving towards me as I'm walking away from him. I'm sorry, guy. I meant to high five you. I just never saw it. Oh man, here we go. Final round potentially for Mood here. Looks like we're back.
Yes, definitely we are back. Okay.
Boom! Duck it and flash it.
I like that. Mood. Yeah, he's on match point now to take. Okay, that's gonna get punished. Not.
He's got the lead too.
Yeah. Okay, nice. Shaolin, this is last chance. This is last chance. What's he gonna do?
No sword stance. He's got a raid. Shaolin, can you find a way to land the raid drive? Finally, no.
Oh, could have mashed while standing forward in between that.
10 seconds, dude. Not enough time to make the comeback even. It's over, Mood. Over Shaolin. Shaolin, Juan Lasher TOC not going to be in the grand finals this year. Third place. But Mood with the Yoshimitsu going to be advancing. Has a chance now to go up against Skywalker and book a ticket to Amsterdam for the TWT finals.
Definitely did not see that one happening, because we said it before that Shaolin, he looked so in control, like legitimate, like he had it in the bag. He looked like he secured the bag. If I was a betting man and I had the bag, I would have put it on Shaolin there. But it's like, I think it must be one of those tournament things. It's like I said, it's tournament nerves. Maybe something just started to snowball in his head, and he just kind of went out of it. So now we got the grand finals coming up. So we're gonna have Skywalker going up against Mood. Skywalker finishing second last year, looking to take it one step further. But if Mood has anything to say with it, he is definitely not going out without a fight. This guy is really clawing it back through the losers bracket.
Exactly, and that's exactly what we were talking about. We haven't really seen anybody come back from the loser side and get a win here. Obviously, you're at a disadvantage. You got to win 2 sets against the guy in winners. But the thing about Mood is, I really started counting him out after those first 2 games. And you said if you were a betting man, you would have bet against him, whatever. I feel like if anybody saw those first 2 games and then we gave him the opportunity, like, hey man, bet your channel points. Who do you think is going to take the set after those first 2 games? You would all be broke right now, right? So that's just how it is. Mood is that kind of a player. But here we have it. We've got Skywalker, martial law, started playing in 2017, influenced by Knee, loves some music, and he's going to be on the winner side of grand finals out here. Big opportunity in front of him. I hope he takes it. No offense to anyone else, or no disrespect to Mood, I should say, but there's no martial law that's making it into this TWT final, so he's the only one on my cards. Then you've got Mood over here, who is beating everyone up in this loser bracket with his Yoshimitsu. Started playing just in 2019. You said young, right? 24 years of age, I think.
Old, yeah.
Yeah, right. And of course, started with Tekken 7, influenced by iMusician. Loving that soccer. I know you love that because he loves soccer. So Mood out here trying to get his ticket to Amsterdam as well, man. Should be fun.
Definitely should be fun. We're going to have the Law versus Yoshimitsu. So at least you've played, I'm assuming you've played against Just Rain James a couple of times against his Yoshimitsu. Is there anything? Okay, that's just a no. Okay, we'll skip over that question.
His Yoshimitsu is fantastic. You can ask me whatever you like about him. What were you going to ask about?
I was going to say, more so anything in the match that you feel specific that could help from a standpoint.
No, I think that, from what I've seen from both of these players, right, I think the big thing is to watch out for the flash, right? Yes. Because it's regardless of character you use, and obviously we've seen Mood show us in the last set that he doesn't have to be a flash happy Yoshi, but it seems like that's his instinct, right? Like it's what he wants to start with, and if it doesn't hit, then he's got other things planned. But more specifically, he has situations where he's gonna flash. So if you're doing something like while standing for DSS pressure, flash is a threat, right? If you're doing like repeated dragon hammers, flash is a threat. If you do legend kick and do follow-up offense, flash is a threat. So you can use all of those things as baits for the flash as well. But you have to be aware of it.
Yeah, that's actually very true. It could really mitigate a lot of that kind of positive frame advantage and pressure that Law can assert. But we'll see how it goes. Skywalker, definitely no slouch here. I'm sure, he was second on the West Africa leaderboards with 330 points, and he has won a few of their dojo events, so definitely knows how to win here.
And he's on the winner's side. Yeah, let's not talk about that.
So if things go south, you may see a...
Man, if Skywalker wins this and then goes to TBT Finals and uses Ganryu, I would... Oh, man.
Okay, using that Dragon Hammer pressure. Oh, okay, it was a little bit of a delayed flash there. Maybe trying to see if he would delay his pressure. Oh.
Wow. No bounce, though. Oh, no. Oh, we're back.
We are back.
Recovered. Check rolled.
Okay, full 1+2. Oh, nice. Goes on the jab.
He might be able to reach the wall here. That's trouble. Why?
What did you do?
Oh my gosh. I don't know why he did the running 3 there. What was that supposed to be?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna lost there. Mood could have had that round potentially, but instead he goes to Skywalker.
Yeah, it literally could just be nerves. Right?
Could be.
Yeah. Running 3 of his own. Okay, Dragon Hammer. Okay. Opposite keep him at the balcony. Nice.
Oh boy.
Downstairs. Great awareness there, knowing that throw would balcony break.
Well, he's got the good combos too. Okay. Good carry. Oh boy, just do it.
That was extremely instant. I'm impressed. Okay, using that flip back, trying to bait him in. Doesn't get a pick up. No.
Oh boy.
Break.
Just what I was talking about, missing in Tekken 7, Oh god, the Dragon Hammer.
I mean, I've never seen that
Holy moly.
before. And goes to the mid this time. Interesting, he's not going for the throw. He's going for the mid twice. Maybe it's something that these two have played before, and he knows that. Just why not sliding in, sliding out, cha-cha slide all about. Just, you know, if it works, then do it again. Do it again.
1 down, 2 to go for Skywalker here. But of course, I feel like the game lead does not matter to Mood, right? We just saw him come back from being down 2-0. Doesn't matter to have the lead. If Skywalker wants to win, he's got to close the whole thing out. But still a good start regardless there.
Definitely a good start, and he is in the winner's side as well. So Mood has quite a lot to do. But like we said, I can't climb him out anymore. Like I climbed him out before. I put the bag down and I lost my bag.
I feel like the big thing I'm taking away from that first game, though, is the throws, right? We saw the regular throw work, and we saw the 1+2 throw work, so those are really dangerous. Like, because we've also seen Skywalker use the DSS2 grab, right? So Law has all 3 options for throw breaks, and now he's basically been shown, hey, the door's open, right? Throws are available to you, so we'll see how much more throws we get.
Yeah, it can get even more tricky if he starts to doing the the run up the stairs throw, the forward late for work throw, because that is a very peculiar break. If you're not ready to break the 1 or 1+2 throw, I think that one's going to be a little bit more tricky to break if you're really not prepared for that.
Yeah, it's a 1 break, but the thing about that throw actually is that you can break it very late. So like you can see him run up your body, tick 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 tick, break, then he'd run back down. You know, so you just gotta be patient with it really and see it, because obviously you're not going to recognize the start of it with just his foot coming up, right?
Yeah.
So it's a big throw break window. I feel like people can deal with it. Yeah. I wish it wasn't, you know, but people definitely break that on me, and I can break it on other people, so I know it's possible.
Yes, definitely. Okay, that's something I learned today. I didn't think it was that much of a.
You should check it out in practice mode. Just like set him to do the run up throw and then just like break it late and see how late you can break it. It's pretty interesting.
I feel that with Bob's 1+ for his launch throw as well. I feel like I'm in the air and then I drop.
Yeah, then you obviously drop out of it. I feel the same way. Yeah, which is much nicer. Yeah, I'll take that one. Yeah, keep that one the same.
We have man. Skywalker up 1 game, looking to, right? He came second last year. Now is he going to make it to the TWT finals? Law and bring a Law to the TWT finals actually, because as Rip mentioned, we don't have a Law representation as of yet.
He could be the first qualifying Law.
Yes. Okay. Doesn't pick a stage. It's opts to go for random, but Forgotten Realm.
Good for Yoshi.
Yeah, because Yoshi's got the rainbow drop throw, right? Which I think maybe normal throws actually could also break the
fight.
I think so, yeah.
It's Skywalker. Okay,
oh boy!
Why not just run in?
The blockable shoulder.
Yeah, it's crazy how so many people get hit by that still.
Yeah, it's not unblockable anymore. And it's funny because it seems to hit more now than it's blockable.
Yeah. He's just playing that spacing game. Skywalker does have the life lead. Doesn't mean to make any big commitment. Okay, goes to the pro. Now, this is definitely going to break the floor. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Does he have the conversion? He does.
Oh, no. He tried to.
I spoke it. Imitator's Curse. That was my first one of today. Big flash. Nice. Very risky against Yoshi. We've seen it before that Yoshi can actually launch punish the spring kicks. It spins to win.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
As we
that was
before.
Yeah. Not a good time to spring kick, especially with the time winding down there. Like, it's better to just get up and do the rage drive, you know?
Yeah. Oh, nice. Stuck on the throw there. Probably knowing that, Skywalker was using these throws quite a bit, so. Okay, Okazemi.
Parry's good.
Ooh. Nice.
Wow. He did that so fast. What? Okay. Weird combo. Good punish.
Yeah. So I think he actually dropped that on purpose, right? To maybe didn't want the legend kick, just wanted the Okazemi.
Oh, well, he also did DSS forward too, so I think maybe he meant to do DSS 2 as like a floor break.
Oh, that as well, yeah.
So it could have been either way, I'm not sure. But he definitely did too many hits for that too, so I don't know. Didn't work out either way.
I wanted to catch a big counter hit there with the Dragon Hammer. Okay, doesn't get punished there, but okay, opts to go for the throw.
Yeah, throws for floor breaks. Give me this combo.
He gets to the wall. Ooh, just didn't have the conversion for the wall. Okay, back three, trying to catch him stepping up.
Convert. Oh my gosh.
Gonna convert there. Yes, definitely. We're going downstairs. Okay, keeps it simple.
Doesn't get to the wall here.
Yeah.
There's the duck in the high. Goo attack. Oh man.
Yes.
The flash.
This could fit. No.
Oh my god. The dive flip back. I love it. Oh my god, Skywalker. Yo, keep it simple, man. Keep it simple. Just do the junkyard dragon tail ender.
I want to know. Mood needed to keep it simple as well. I want to know how he went back to after the tail spin. Okay, bulldog. He's just flipping away.
Oh my gosh. This is nerve-wracking.
Nice. No sword starts. Need to be careful, as we've learned today. Flash is bigger, but gets a sweep anyway. He goes for a
Big
nice
block. No, my god.
That's the wrong punish.
Bro, the flashes are so good. His flashes are so good.
Yeah,
Oof.
You know, that one caught the start of the. Looked like a back three. Great timing there with the flash. And we said it before, man. You can't count Mood out. You know, the first game looked so comfortable for Skywalker, and Mood just like that, just taking back the momentum. This is all to play for, definitely one that I can't call now. I'm not ever gonna count Mood out.
No,
Never.
It's so funny because that first game we didn't really see many flashes. Game 2 is like hella flashes, right? He ran in the stage, gets the floor break stage, which ends up paying off for him because he got all the throws. You know, and I said after game 1 that, hey man, throws are working out for Skywalker here, so he's gonna use more throws probably. Just went for one regular grab, didn't go for another one, and all of a sudden he's getting dropped in his head, floor breaking every time. So now it's like, all right, throws are open to both players. Right, Forgotten Realm's a good choice, especially for Yoshimitsu. I feel like, why not, man? The funny thing is, Law's 2 throw actually breaks floors too. The one where he grabs it like and jumps over him, that one breaks floors. But you have to know the combo because he ends up backwards to him, so he's got back turn 1+2. No, it's back turn 1+2. It's actually a screw attack from back turn, which you never see other than in that situation, really. But yeah, definitely a lot going on here, and a lot to digest for both players.
Just thinking back, actually, from the first game they played, one thing I noticed was he was doing the fly stance into the kick a lot, the home in. And I actually mentioned that he's actually going mid a lot, and I think he kind of set him up in the first game, and luckily got the Forgotten Realm and actually managed to hit all the throws.
Yep.
So maybe it's something he played with there, but it was lucky he got the stage selection because he didn't actually play for that. But you know what, you got to capitalize with what you got. If life gives you lemon, make lemonade and that. So 1 game apiece, very interesting. It's definitely all to play for here. Like I said it before, it's something that I can't call. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. So I think we're ready for the next now.
I would like to see Skywalker try out some slides here.
Yes, definitely more slide. That slide mix up, get into Yoshi's face. But I guess he's scary because if you get too close, it seems like he's gonna flash. And if you're pressing the forward button, to get that little crouch.
That's true.
I mean,
that's true. Man, but Skywalker's use of the instant DSS has been so good too.
Yeah.
Like he closes distance with it so fast that I don't feel like you can react with the flash. Like even though flash is ridiculous speed, He
just seems to have the timing just down.
Round 1.
There we go.
All right, let's see. Game 3 here. Grand finals.
He gets double splat. Okay. Doesn't do it again.
Oh my gosh.
Duck. Just let it rip that time. Should have got the duck there, but gets a launch anyway, but drops the combo. Big drop.
Giant flips.
It just needs to be very careful.
Yeah, I was gonna say one of the things about Yoshimitsu too, like obviously you know that you want to whiff punish the flashes, but you have to really get used to it. Like you gotta really say, all right, there is a flash here that missed. I need to launch him for that.
a very fortunate flash trade there. Got the slash kick again. Nice. Oh, could have needed to get a bigger.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, nice giant flips there.
I mean, they seem to be working out. Maybe there's something you need to add to your game. You know?
Damn, you think so? Put some of that in there.
And so there's one round up. Okay, flash. Okay, this time he takes his pressure but gets counter hit for it. Okay, he's definitely going to go towards the wall. What's the combo? Oh, it's a little bit late.
Oh, that's what you were asking for earlier too.
Yeah, it sometimes happens. You sometimes need to tie out, but drops the combo, unfortunately.
Rough.
Nah.
There you go.
Very nice bait. Keeps the combo
Oh,
simple.
good combo. Yeah, I like that combo. Holy crap. Time again. Life bars getting lower.
It needs to be very,
Think about it.
Yeah, needs to be very careful for the flash.
Instant DSS Chuto, the pixel. The running 3, okay.
I
Okay.
like that option. I like that option. See, when he went for the rage art flash, I think I would have killed. Okay, slide. You said you called for it.
It's good.
Keep that dashing out. Okay, slash kick. Using that jab just to keep him honest.
Man, the crouch dash mixture is scary though.
Definitely. Hey, jump back, flip kick this time. Okay, gets a punish. 1-1-2. Okay, nope.
Oh boy.
Punish on the bicep. 3+4. All his Yoshi pressure. His backs against the wall, needs to be very careful. Needs to try and get his way out, and that's one way to do it with the
Slidey.
slide.
Look out. Oh my god, I love the look out. Oh my god.
Damn, that backwards flip seems to be very difficult to deal with. Seems to be clipping a lot of people.
Okay. I don't want to give away secrets about it, Bubsy. It's difficult to deal with until it's not. I'll leave it at that. All right, but it's being very effective for Skywalker right now, for sure, for sure.
I think I get that one. Yeah,
But he's one game away now, right?
Yeah, it's one of the things I said. If your opponent has a weakness, exploit it. And it seems to be that, you know, it seems that Mood is finding it hard to deal with. You know, it's hard to approach. He was getting clipped by it on the way in sometimes.
Yeah.
Even on his plus frames when he's on the door knocker, using that as an option. An interesting option, not one that I've ever seen before. But you know.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so I'm just gonna tell you, when Law lands, you can punish him,
Yeah.
right? It's gonna be kind of hard, but if you're Yoshimitsu, you can definitely Fubuki need the landing.
100%. That's what I was thinking. I think I've got this one.
It hits on the way up, not on the way down, right? But then he's got the other one that doesn't hit on the way up, but hits on the way down. So you gotta like expect him to do one or the other. But if you see him do the one, you can see it. You can literally see him go up, and then you dash in, let him do it again. Like now you're close enough to punish the next one. So it's very punishable actually, but very effective at keeping people out if you time it right.
Yeah, he's doing it at a distance as well.
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of like it'll be actually a lot harder to actually get that punish from you. He's kind of doing it at that half screen. It's almost like he's baiting you to kind of come in.
For sure.
Yeah, like I said, Skywalker 2-1 up, looking to take it and actually take that ticket as well to Amsterdam. Hopefully,
Would be
we'll
sick.
Be there to see him.
I know, would be awesome, dude. I mean, I've been seeing this guy on Twitter now, in Twitter clips for multiple years. So if he goes to Amsterdam, dude, that's gonna be such a cool opportunity for him.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge opportunity for all these. Like we've mentioned this before in our mini podcast. It's going to be great to see these guys actually get the opportunity to actually even just meet some of these players. You know, like you said, these guys have their favorite players, and I'm sure maybe they've never met them to actually have a chance, even just meet and greet and speak.
Yeah,
with them. It's going to be huge.
It's so cool, man. Like that's one of my favorite parts about traveling to commentate Tekken, right? Is that you get to meet players from around the world. The people play a little bit different. You get to see the scenes. And the one thing about the Tekken scene, no matter where in the world I am, the Tekken scene is always cool. Like, other game scenes, not so cool. Tekken scene is always pretty cool.
There we go. Skywalker potentially on tournament point here, or tournament game here to just take it and book his place in the World Tour Finals. But like we said, we can't count mood out.
Ooh.
And let's say that the flash comes out. Can't count mood or the flash out.
He did that between the two jabs. He did like the 2 forward. Oh my god, the forward flip!
I mean, that's a great answer.
That's the low one!
About.
Yeah!
Yes, that's the one you was talking about.
It's on the way down, that one.
Oh, that was a big win.
Yes!
Great.
Just
punch.
framed. Look at that. Uh-oh, looking for the just frame.
He's gonna get the combo. He's gonna complete.
Got it, just frame. Oh my god, big delayed hop kick?
Let's go. Okay, fair enough. Delayed hop kick from Law. It's not one you see as often. And Skywalker there taking the first round.
Yeah, that delayed hop kick is actually faster than everyone else's delayed hop kick and launch punishable on block. So it's a very weird one because nobody knows it's launch punishable.
I learned something new today. I didn't know that.
It's very cool, actually.
Okay, nice. One
Yes. Back to the one throw, exactly. Look out for flash. I was gonna try to warn him. It doesn't work through the internet. Dragon Hammer, I'm telling you, man, the follow-up Yoshimitsu, they're gonna flash you. Multiple Dragon Hammer, same thing. The Rage Drive, and just like that, it is set point for Skywalker.
He definitely has been working on getting it done instantly.
Uh-oh.
Just using
He's
his
loose.
lips.
He's super loose.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Too loose. He's too loose.
Yeah, you don't. We've seen this. We've seen Mood make these comebacks before. So you don't want to take your foot off the pedal.
Oh my god. Risky business. He's going. Skywalker, you got it. You got to chill. Play normal. Play normal, dude.
Didn't get punished there. Down back.
He's about to switch to Ganryu if he keeps this up.
Still on tournament point here. Forward 1+2. Okay, run. Okay, blocks the the blockable tackle. Okay, forward 1+2. Now just playing that keep out game. Okay, nice. Gonna keep the combo simple. Okay, no, goes for the DSS.
He's got him. He's got him.
All right.
And the Pixel step on it with the perfect to send Law to the TWT final. Skywalker going to Amsterdam. Congratulations. I'm hyped for it. More than Skywalker, maybe. Let's go.
Yes, congratulations to Skywalker. Definitely, like we said, we mentioned earlier on, he came second last year, and he's righting those wrongs and taking it one step further now. And we will, as Rip said, see him in Amsterdam, see him in the finals. He has now qualified, and we're gonna see him there. So let's have a look at the bracket and how it went down the tail of the tape here. So Skywalker undefeated today, taking it from all the way from winners. We haven't seen someone come back from the losers, as you mentioned.
Oh, for sure, man. I mean, it's a hard path, right? No matter who you are in the loser bracket, you're gonna have to beat whoever was one of the top 2 players in your region twice in the grand final set, right? So definitely a hard path to walk, but Skywalker getting it done here today. Congratulations, Skywalker. Putting Law on the map, bringing Law to the TWT finals. That's pretty rare, man. There's only 24 spots and there's like 60 characters, so not every character gets to get represented, so I'm happy for you. Thank you very much, Skywalker.
No, it's actually talking about character representation. Even from watching the North Africa and now West Africa, the character representation. I don't think we've seen any duplicates, right? If I remember, I think everyone.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we had Eddie and Brian and Lay and another character. We had like an Anna. Oh yeah, Lee. Oh yeah, the Anna was in this set. Yeah, we had Anna, Lydia, and what's the other character you tried? Katarina.
I mean, yeah, we've seen a very diverse character list today. That's pretty cool.
Very cool.
It's showing that these characters, doesn't matter who you play, if you can make it work, you can make it to this stage. So stick with your characters, man.
Exactly, man. Be a loyalist, right? Sometimes it pays off, most times it does act. I still think that Nia's kind of spoiled everyone to think them like, yeah, man, I need 5 characters so I have a chance in tournament. You don't have to. You can get it done with 1, man. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun out here today, right? Tekken World Tour, North Africa and West Africa qualifiers. We've got our representatives who will be competing in Amsterdam for the TWT finals. That's going to be way later. It's going to be in February out here, right? So
yeah, let's
take a look here, guys. Amsterdam, February 4th and 5th. It's coming back, right? Theater Amsterdam. This is where we were, years ago, 2019,
Yes.
2018.
It's one of those two days.
Yeah, it's 2018. That's when Rainchu won with the
Yes.
Panda. Panda, really? Remember? Yeah, that's the one. This was the regional finals, of course. If you guys don't qualify here, you guys can still go out to Amsterdam to enter the last chance qualifier. If you somehow can make it through there, one of those top 3, you can get to the group stages, which will then filter you down to the top 8. And finally, we will have the winner of the TWT Finals 2022. And of course, yes.
I'll give you a little break.
Fine, I'll take it. Regional qualifiers, we've got 4 of them so far, plus the other guys who qualified without having to play through a top 4. So we probably have like 6 or 7 of them out of the 21 players, plus 3 more from the last chance qualifier, which is a